All right, well, I heard from somebody yesterday that the Octordle was brutal and they just barely managed it. And I didn't get a chance to do it yesterday, but I've used my time machine to go back to yesterday's puzzle. So this is yesterday's Octordle. Basically, if you're not familiar with Octordle, this is like Wordle, but we have 8 words that we're trying to solve, and we're making the same guesses on all the words. And I'm gonna do a media and cough start. That's my 2-word start that I like. It gets you all the vowels, but it also gets you the middle of the road consonants. And so if you get like a G, an M, a D, there's not nearly as many options as like S, L, T, R. And then for my 3rd guess, I'll have all those good consonants available, so it's easier to come up with a word using the yellows that we have and new letters. So, anyways, okay, interesting. Interesting. So we've got a bunch of greens. There's 2 yellow M's. There's an I, an E. So the yellows, there's 2 U's and 2 M's. So we could reuse U and M. It would definitely be good to do U in a new spot. Let's see. We could do potentially 4 new consonants with U in a new spot. We could do worst. That's not the worst guess. It's not great though. The problem with it is, since one of the yellow U's over here, we know it can't be second. What's that gonna be actually? So E, maybe we don't. Maybe we just try and see if we can come up with some of the answers. Maybe that's what we should do instead of looking at new consonants yet. It's not gonna be U E, so it's gotta be maybe U there. You could do something like demure, but there's no D. Femur. Femur is possible. Lemur? Yeah, lemur, femur. If the U is there. I don't think the U is going to be at the end. Could you do an M there, maybe? I'm thinking lemur and femur, so the UR would be good. Here the U could be second, or, well, actually, there's a decent chance. Oh, we haven't done Y yet. So we could do... Oh no, the U is not there. Over here. It's this one. This one's green. I don't know why I'm looking at that one. This is the yellow U. Oh, it's not gonna be IU, so it's gotta be CU. It's probably, no, it can't be cumin. Cupid? No, there's no D. Cubit? Cubit would work. Man, I'm tempted to try that actually. I'm not sure what else it could be. I mean, that's pretty good. I don't know what else it could be. I'm tempted to try it and try and get this one right. So there's, I believe, 13 guesses. I haven't done Octordle for a while. 13 guesses. You need to get 8 words. So you get 5 guesses that aren't correct. We've only used 2. I think I'm going to go for it. Oh, it's cubic with another C. Of course, of course. All right. Well, we checked for the T, which is a good letter, in a few places. Okay, this one over here is probably CH. It could have another, it could be like an ONCH. It could have another O, be like pooch or something. That's annoying. Cubic, I didn't think about repeating the C. Okay. Well, we did get a T here, which is interesting, because we've got the U. If we did study. Ooh, study's pretty good. It checks a new spot for these 2 T's. S and Y are new letters. Let's go for study. Okay, good, we got one. Okay, we got study. This is gonna be cubic. This is smiley, maybe? That's pretty good. Do I want to do that? I'm gonna go smiley. Oh, that's not a word. Okay. Slimy. Smiley must have an E in it. Okay, well, I'm glad smiley isn't a word then. Slimy, this is S-E. We've ruled out another spot for the M, and the U... Serum? Serum would work. I'm thinking where did I have an R? There was one that I was thinking had an R, right? This one's interesting. M-A. Where did I think there was an R? Oh, actually, it could have an R over here. This could be like porch also. I was thinking there was one that I thought had an R, but maybe not. Okay. Anyways, this here might be mama. Can't be magma. We've already checked for the G. I think it could be mama. Let's go for it. All right, that's a tricky one. Okay. So we've got here. This has got to be serum, right? I don't think if we do M, and if we do that, I think it's got to be serum. Okay, good. And for some reason, I thought that I was thinking R somewhere. Oh, there's no R here. I thought that I was thinking R somewhere before, but I don't know. All right, well, this is definitely cubic. Let's just get that in there. Okay. This one, I'm thinking pooch. You could do O-N-C-H, but paunch, I think that's a word. Nope, okay. Hooch? Yeah, that's a word. I don't know if this is gonna be an answer, but it's a word. It could be it's a slang word for like, I mean, it can be a slang word for several things, I think, but it's a slang word for like alcohol, like bootlegged alcohol. So could be an answer. Oh, what is this? Oh, I mean, it's probably E at the end. T-E? But again, the double O might be good. Footy? I don't know. Could it be T-O-O something? Wow, or we could have another O here. But you've got the E, so that's not great. I'm not sure. And over here, I mean, we've got the O and the Y. It could be... well, we've ruled out a lot of consonants, so... Well, Poppy would be crazy. If we had Mama and Poppy in the same puzzle, that's pretty crazy, but it is possible. I don't know. It could also have a double O there. I'm thinking about doing pooch, which will check for the double O on all three words. It'll also check for, you know, the P on all of them, but especially over here, I was thinking Poppy was a possibility. Let's go pooch. It is pooch. It is P-O. And it's not a double O. So I think it has to be Poppy, doesn't it? Oh, and we've got to adjust things over here. Here, let's see. Let's do this. Let's just adjust the top so you can still see the guesses. There we go. Okay. So, I mean, Poppy's good. Here we've got not much to go off of. What is that gonna be? We can't do a double O, so it's just the O and the E. If it's T-E, and if you do the T there, with an E, we could do something tet, or tonet. I don't know. Or T-E-N, or N-O. Non-et would work. I mean, I don't know what else to guess there. All right, I'm gonna do Poppy. We have Mama and Poppy, and possibly non-et and Pooch. Okay, so the T. We already knew the T wasn't at the end. That was stupid. Okay, well, we located the O and the E, and the N is at the end. Okay, so... Token! Oh! If I'd realized the T at the end, yeah, I probably would have come up with token eventually. All right, there we go. Definitely a tricky one with Poppy and token and Mama and Pooch and cubic with the double C, and yeah, interesting ones. Well, I got there. It wasn't necessarily easy, but we got there in the end. Should we do the sequence, maybe? I haven't done these octordles for a long time. Let's do the octordle sequence. We'll move things back. There we go. So this is The same game, but you're only gonna get the clues for the first word until you solve it. I'm still gonna do the media and cough. Oh, we got just the I. Okay, I'm gonna do first. Okay. Well, the good thing is we've done a lot of letters, and so once we start getting words right, we'll get a bunch of clues probably. So, oh man. Okay, so, Binky? Oh, that's not a Linky. Is that a thing? Okay, Linky. Okay, so we've got the I-N and the Y. We could do a double N. Winnie? Winnie, no. Otherwise, what? Inby? Inby? No, it's got to be a double N, I think. Jinxie? No. Vinny? That's a name. It's got to be a double... Penny? Penny. Ninny. With a triple N. Oh. Wow. It's the sequence, and we're starting out with Ninny. Okay. All right, we've got ing and an e, which has to be almost has to be at the end. Binge. Okay, binge. Something sy. It's got to be Missy. It's got to be another s. Okay, and then we've got the u. We've got all the letters. Gr. Gruel. No. It's got to be gr, right? Or glu. Gluer? Gruel. Gruel. Okay. All right, let's shift things here. There we go. Okay. The next one, I've got the I, U, so it ends in ET, and we've got U something, IET. If we put the U at the beginning, then it would be that. Otherwise, the U is second, and it could still be IET. Oh, quiet, quiet. There we go. Okay. Ends in INE. We have the O at the beginning. It's got to be, oh, it's not opine. It's ovine. Ovine. Okay. And then verge. It's all given to us. And shift again. And our final is quarter. Again, it's all given to us. There we go. All right, well, again, an interesting one. We had Ninny to start, and then once we got going, it wasn't so bad, but quiet and Missy and some interesting words in there. All right, so let me know how you did with yesterday's Octordle and Octordle sequence, and if you were just following along with me, which words you figured out way before me, and which words you thought I was going to get wrong and I got right. And of course, be sure to subscribe for more.